Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is, I guess, part 3 of this whole SPR revamping process I've been going through with my old budget SPR build that I did back in 2019, I believe. So it's been quite a few years that I've been working on that project, or at least that I did work on that project. So, to reiterate, if you haven't seen the other ones, that was my budget build. I had set a specific budget and I wanted to come in at that budget, and I wanted to be able to build something precision type in a gas gun that I could take the distance but would give me the accuracy I was looking for. It did meet my expectations, but as I've continued to take competing a little bit more seriously, I am now trying to bring this, I guess, budget build to its full potential. So in the first part, I showed you that I was replacing the handguard, replaced that. Next was the gas system, or at least the recoil system. And I had talked about how I started out with just a traditional carbine. Then I moved to a full rifle length, which is what I got right here. And then I went to the A5 system, which I think is the superior of all three, because it allows you to have so much more flexibility in your tuning of the platform and the recoil and impulse and all that, while still maintaining the ability to have length of pull adjustment. So the last part of this is the stock. So I had the A2 stock, shot so soft, great system, but you lose all adjustability when it comes to this stock. Even though it's a great stock, it's well proven. Again, adjustability is a huge thing when it comes to being able to shoot precisely and getting into some unorthodox positions and needing to either shorten or lengthen that length of pull so that you can be a little bit more effective. Now, initially I was thinking about going with this guy here, which is another B5 product. This is the SOPMOD stock, which is a fantastic stock. I love these stocks. These are one of my all-time favorite stocks for an AR-15 or semi-auto platform. The cheek weld is very nice. They're super robust. And you have compartments that you can carry batteries, which is actually quite important. And a lot of people kind of overlook that unless they're into, say, the tactical world or whatnot. Very, very nice stock. I love it. But I wanted something with more adjustability, and I had settled on the B5 precision stock. So now that you got some from Magpul, Reptilia, I believe, makes some, Luth AR, there's a ton, and they're all about the same price point. I was originally going to go with the Magpul. The Magpul, I think, is a little bit bigger and heavier. And of all of the ones, I think aesthetically this one probably looks the best, in my opinion. However, there was a sale going on recently through Battlehawk Armory, and I picked one of these guys up. Now, obviously, it's in a different color than the rest of the rifle. That's because I had a whole color scheme that I was going to go with. And like I explained in my previous video, I didn't think that the extra cost was going to be worth spending that money. So I'll run it as so. Maybe I'll rattle can it. We'll see. But anyway, to the product at hand, again, is the B5 Systems Precision Stock. And it comes in 3 variations. You have your short, medium, and long. The long, short, and medium is referring to the cheek piece right here. Some of them are shortened. Some of them are longer. I think the shortened version of it, or the longer version of it, is actually flipped. So it's shorter on the back end, but extends further in the front. And that the short version is a little bit geared more towards like the AR-10. This one is good for AR-15. They have another one. There's a little bit for everybody. But what I really appreciate about this is not only the cheek weld here moving up and down, as you can see, and back up. You get quite a bit of adjustability. I don't know if it says exactly how much adjustability you get on this, but whatever it is, I'll annotate in the video if I can find the information. But you also have your length to pull adjustment here. So as many of you may know, when you come to a adjustable stock, they're fixed positions, and sometimes that fixed position is going to fall in between your preferred length of pull adjustment. With this length of pull adjustment here on the back side of it, that allows you to fine tune it so you get that perfect length of pull, so you get that perfect cheek weld, perfect eye relief, whole 9 yards. Surprisingly, for what this is, it is not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. Again, I don't know what it is here because it doesn't say anything in the package, but I'll annotate what it weighs. But so far, I like it. And one of the things that I do like a lot, probably one of my favorite features, is how this goes onto the tube. So you have this little sliding latch here, which forward and rearward, in the rearward position, that allows you to pull this down much further so you can easily slide it onto the buffer tube. And then once you're on the buffer tube, you slide that forward, and that reduces the amount of pull, or how far down you can pull. So it'll pull down far enough so that you can slide it from position to position, but not far enough to pull down that you can remove it. One of the other features that I like, and I don't know if this is going to come up on camera, but maybe actually. So if you see those little things down there, they're actually spring-loaded ball bearings. Yeah. So there's 2 rows. So you got 1 row there and 1 row there. And that is for one, it's going to allow sliding it back and forth to be a lot more of a smoother process. But also, there are variations in the outer diameter of some of these buffer tubes. So some of them may say that they're mil spec, but they may be a slight bit undersized, or maybe a slight bit oversized, but not quite commercial. This will allow you to keep a good amount of tension on that to take up for those slight variances from model to model, from manufacturer to manufacturer. But otherwise, this is a very, very nice stock. Admittedly, I haven't been able to shoot it yet, but having done a lot of dry fires with it on, I really, really like it. The only thing I wish I did was go with the long, because it seems like part of my cheek wants to hang off the edge here. We'll see what happens when I finally hit the range, which I'll be going later on today. But the good thing is B5 actually makes these clip-on pieces, so you can actually add different lengths or position however you want. And I didn't show this before, but those pieces integrate with these little notches right here underneath the cheek piece, so you can set it exactly where you want to set it and it's not going to move. So B5, like Magpul, has been innovative in so many ways when it comes to, you know, stocks and attachments and stuff like that, and they've been a staple in the game for a very long time. And I'm excited to actually hit the range today and finally get some rounds down range so I could test the accuracy and see if that new handguard makes any difference, as well as having a more consistent cheek weld and whatnot. So if you have one of these stocks, let me know what your thoughts are on it down below in the comment section. If you don't, but you're interested, tell me a little bit why you are interested in it, and we can have a little bit of a conversation about this stock. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because next video is going to be talking about the build as a whole, which I did make some additional changes to prior to me actually deciding to do a full-on revamp of it, but there has been some incremental changes along the way. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the accuracy as I will be filming that. So, and I think I'm actually going to change how I film that, and hopefully comes out much better. So, Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.